So Stoa, an edtech which positioned itself as an MBA killer, has now died.
There are two things that I really loved about them, and one thing which I disliked.
It takes large amount of time and long years to build a brand and reputation with the outside market value.
In my opinion, MBAs itself are stupid. So
I
all
mean,
MBAs are just
now
nonsense.
that either of us don't have it, we can say that.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Indian Startup Desktop. Let's go.
Hello, hello.
Hello guys.
As usual, let's start off with some funny memes. So Swiggy finally went for their IPO and Zomato did some really nice moment marketing. You and I in this beautiful world.
I heard Zomato's post of Swiggy being IPO'd got more likes and retweets than Swiggy's post of
The
them
only
being
thing,
going public.
Yeah.
the only thing I am worried about is Bangalore real estate prices just are going to shoot up after
For
a lot
sure.
of people become millionaires.
Let's move on. Sallu Bhai cooks Ashneer. Oh, this is funny.
I saw this.
लगा कि मैं सलमान खान को ब्रांड एम्बेसडर लेता हूँ, ठीक है।
Look at him go.
तो अब सलमान की टीम को अप्रोच करा, ठीक है। वो बोल रहे जी 7.5 करोड़ रुपए लगेंगे, राइट। तो मैं कैलकुलेशन कर रहा हूँ 100 करोड़ पड़े हैं, 7.5 इसको दूंगा, 1-2 करोड़ की एड बनेगी, फिर चलानी भी तो है टीवी पे। मान वाली कर लो ना यार, मैंने सलमान खान को बोला कम कर दे भाई, तो वो 4.5 में मान गया।
आपको मेरे बारे में कहते हुए सुना है कुछ, आपने कहा कि हमने तो इसको इतने में साइन कर लिया, उतने में साइन कर लिया, सब फिगर्स भी आपने गलत दे दिया, तो फिर ये दोगलापन क्या?
आपको जो हमने ब्रांड एम्बेसडर दिया,
जी हाँ,
आई थिंक दैट वाज वन ऑफ द स्मार्टेस्ट मूव्स आई मेड।
हाँ, लेकिन जिस हिसाब से अब आप बात कर रहे हैं, वो जो मैंने आपको वीडियो देखा है, ये आपका एटीट्यूड वो वहाँ पर नहीं
Really is
था।
the biggest loss.
सर वो
you are-
maybe in the podcast it did not come across.
I can't believe that we had to get Sallu Bhai to show Ashneer's place. Who all tried?
swear.
How many people tried? Finally, Sallu Bhai did it.
I have not seen Ashneer this humble in any way.
That's
No.
true, dude.
Yeah, that's
When I
actually
saw this video for the first time, I was thinking like, wait, what happened? Where is that attitude? All of
Yeah.
them like, sorry, Sallu Bhai.
Sallu Bhai knows it all.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the main story of the week, the Stoa experience. So Stoa, an edtech which positioned itself as an MBA killer, has now died. Let's read one of the founders' posts. After 4 years of a crazy journey, Raj and I are closing the doors on Stoa. At a personal level, what started as an internship at the Planning Commission way back in 2012 has been a 12-year roller coaster across K-12, higher education, and early parenting. Saksham, what are your quick thoughts?
So obviously, I think we've all at some point, at least I have actually thought about maybe pursuing like an MBA alternative from Stoa. There are two things that I really loved about them, and one thing which I disliked. Uh, I think what they did very well is that there are certain skills which are uniquely suited for startups, and they built a curriculum just around that, which was how do we exactly build an alternate to like your traditional MBAs. Right, but before I actually share my other views, Pawan, what do you think?
Yeah, let's actually read Raj's post before Pavan chips in. So Raj is another co-founder who's actually quite popular on social media platforms. Look what he has to say. Long story short, for us to stay true to our original mission of bringing affordable business education to the millions, staying online was key. Post pandemic, there was a perceptible dip in the interest for online live learning due to changing consumer preferences. Read Byju's.
Yeah, a very mild way to do that.
Pavan, do you want to chip in here?
I feel like when you talk about these courses which are post graduation, which are MBA kind of courses, it takes large amount of time and long years to build a brand and reputation that the outside market values, and then the network effect starts to kick in. What an ISB has been able to do that now, or an IM brand has been able to do it now, or maybe in Harvard, Stanford. Or any brand or an Ivy League has been able to do it in the West, is something that has aged like a fine wine over a period of time. It has taken decades for few people, it has taken centuries for few people, and then the network effect of people respecting it has started.
Let's look at what one of their investors, Weber from Better Capital, has had to say. This is one of the most nicest posts I've heard from an investor. Absolutely loved our Stoa journey with Aditya and Raj and the entire team. It was one of brutal honesty. constantly challenging assumptions and iterating rapidly. A very truth seeking one. Ultimately, it did not work out, but Stoa will be remembered for pioneering cohort based courses, true learning communities, and a lot more. They built it with their 100%, and I'm proud of our partnership for that. So it's not at all
Yeah.
surprising to see the unbelievable outpouring of support in the comments. I'll show you one of the most funniest comments I've read so far. Look at this. I'm sorry to be
I
blunt.
read this.
Supply started by a guy who is bits Pilani and I am is telling the world to go for an alternate to an MBA. Does it not sound crazy to you? Would you fund a guy with this kind of idea if he himself is from an alternate to traditional MBA? This is actually very insightful, no? Like
Yeah.
somebody who is pushing for an alt MBA course is from one of the most popular colleges in India. In my opinion, MBAs itself are stupid. So
I
alt
mean,
MBAs are just
now
nothing.
that either of us don't have it, we can say that.
Sure, the city has always had the tech people with lots of money, but not this kind of money at this level.
Why did they have to roast the entire subreddit fire community in a single statement?
The bubble that we are living in.
The most attractive Indian startup founders.
Guys, Sadhguru.
Let's move on to our feed. So there's this very interesting article by the Ken, which got published a couple of days back, and I want to read a very specific paragraph in this article. We are seeing the emergence of a new class of people, the tech elite. This is new to India, particularly to Bengaluru. Sure, the city has always had the tech people with lots of money, but not this kind of money at this level. The tech elite until now were the few dozen top
Yeah.
echelon people who worked at service companies or the people right at the top of startups. The new tech class, that is the result of companies like Flipkart and Swiggy, is younger, with very different aspirations. This is the tech elite who have probably made for everyone in the fire subreddit
Guys,
comment.
by the way, this is a tech elite reading a tech elite post.
No,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't have close to that kind of money that people talk about. But sure, hopefully we all will get there someday. But
But why
I
did they have to roast the entire subreddit fire community in a single statement? Like that's so savage.
Yeah, but this is actually the funny part. No, I was talking to somebody who was living in Raheja Arcade, which is one of the fancier properties in Bangalore.
Hmm.
And once I heard the rent, in my opinion, everybody who works there must be startup money, ESOP money, etc. And this girl is like, no, there are lawyers, there are doctors. So I feel like we are living in a bubble where we think only the tech folks and startup folks actually make money, but the city
The
is so
moment
large. There are people who are minting money, in every other field, especially real estate, medicine, law, and a bunch of other fields as well.
the
I
moment you
feel that
mentioned lawyers and doctors, I started thinking, sure, they don't have ESOP money, but they could potentially have a lot of black money.
no, I feel that perception is built because the tech elite people are the ones who start making this hell lot of money start at the start of their career or when they're like 27 to 30. But that happens for lawyers or doctors somewhere late in their journey. That's why that perception that uh,
Yeah.
the bubble that we are living in.
Let's move on. This is something funny. The most attractive Indian startup founders.
Let's go.
So I saw a tweet where friends are discussing which startup founder they find most attractive.
Do they not have
But let's
the founder of Pantomax in this?
You mean Ronak Tiwari? But look at this. Rihanna, it seems.
Hmm.
I think Adit from Zepto is the guy who featured here the most.
Hmm.
Most would
Nikhil?
say Kamath
Nikhil
brothers.
Kamath? Yeah, I
Of course.
expected
Yeah,
that.
Pavan Kamath.
Hmm.
Even down bad to say Bhavesh. Sheesh, can I pick myself? No, you can't. Has to be Adit. Me at every pan live attended. Sheesh,
Okay,
Adit.
guys, tell me who, according to you, is the most attractive startup founder? Pete, you go.
Haven't really thought about it like that, but I think Nitin Kamath is probably cool.
Okay, Pawan, how about you?
Guys, Sadhguru.
I think I can one up that. I will say the founder of K Beauty, which is the one and only Katrina Kaif.
Oh.
Oh.
Dude, look at this. Narendra Modi ji, it seems. Sheesh. Thanks for tuning in. That's it from this week of the Indian Startup Desktop. See you next week. Bye bye.
See you
Bye
guys. Bye
bye.
bye.
Tata.